So this is your spot here. Have a seat there so I can show you how this setup's going to work.
Okay.
Who's getting to do the first question?
Yeah, I am.
How did you guys work that out?
Rock, paper, scissors.
Do I just grab one?
I'll go first.
Go then.
All right. Here we go.
Everyone knows ice is bad for you, so why did you start? Well, that's a funny story.
Why did I start? I had a boyfriend and he was a heavy user.
I didn't actually know much about ice. I'm pretty naive for a drug taker, and my friends were doing it.
He said, I've been smoking stuff. And I was like, you make it sound like you're smoking crack. And then there was the long pause on the phone. That's when I realised, and I was like, oh my God. Instead of dumping him, leaving him, like ditching him out of my life, I decided to learn what all the fuss was about.
Yeah, they pulled out a pipe and I thought, oh, okay, they seem to be having fun. They passed it along and I just did it.
It was a lawyer who first, I suggested that I take it. It wasn't your typical users, it wasn't the junkie you see at the train station asking for $2. So I thought, this is something I can control. This is something I can do in a fun weekend basis.
I started ice because my amphetamines dealer just all of a sudden didn't have normal amphetamines and there was ice instead.
I think I was about 30 and I've been driving trucks interstate for about 10 years. Doing two trips a week to Melbourne, unloading and reloading a semi-trailer full of furniture on my own. So in order to get it done, loaded, delivered and overnighted, we used drugs. We used dexamphetamine, amphetamines.
I started amphetamines to stay awake and party longer, but yeah, then that went on to ice.
A friend of mine gave me some ice and I said, I don't want that, I just want what I'm used to. He said, no, try this, it'll rock you. And it did, I know.
Just went over to Melbourne to live with my thing. We had a breakup, my ex,
I got kicked out of home because my mum found out I was just using like every drug except ice.
Well, I ended up on the streets and it was everywhere.
All these homeless people, we were just using our money to get drugs and get a fix. You got nowhere to sleep, best thing to do is not sleep.
Just stay up.
I was diagnosed with schizophrenia and I lost everything that I had. I lost my job because it was too stressful for me with my condition. I lost the place I was living in. The one thing I didn't lose was drugs. Once I was on drugs, I was normal. Like, we were all just normal people on drugs.
If I'm really honest, I was broken, for a lack of a better word, and I'd been a self-harmer from as long as I could remember, and I suppose I switched. I stopped harming and I took the drugs up.
I got put in hospital. It was the first time I ever used ice was in the psychiatric ward. I was on, injecting. The only reason I found out I was using it is because I got a hot shot. My whole arm went black and I slept for about 4 days. And that was the only reason that they picked up that I was using drugs in there.
When I was on ice in the city, when I was homeless, I could do anything without having any fear.
Yeah, it was definitely like a happy Band-Aid, I suppose you could say.
Like, it blocks everything out. And that's how I liked it.
Loved it. Loved it too much. And then it got out of control.
Oh, you can read them.
Nah, you read out this question. I already took one.
What does taking ice feel like? Wow, just euphoria, like absolute euphoria.
I know it's good stuff when my feet feel like they're on fire straight away and then I'll start sweating.
You take it and then your heart starts racing.
Big kick in the back of the throat and a big rush and you're strong and there's 10 men, you got the energy, you're up and go if you're feeling down.
Powerful, confident, horny, definitely.
You're just wanting to dance, you don't want to go home. Like the 4 o'clock, the lights turn on, the security goes, you're going home. And I'm like, no, I'm not. I'm staying here for the next 5 hours.
And I'd be like, I've got all this energy, I need to go do something with it. So I'd just sit there and play Call of Duty. But I played it for 24 hours straight. My sister went to her partner's house and I started playing, and then she came home and it was the next day and she was like, oh, you're playing again. And I was like, oh, it's, yeah, again, sure.
I initially started smoking. I hated anything to do with needles.
Even watching a needle somebody using on TV, I'd pass out until the night that a mate of mine coming out of Melbourne injected me for the first time. And I thought, that's it. Where have you been all my life? I love that.
Then once on the needle, never go back.
I always sort of lied to myself and said, oh, well, you're just going straight to your bloodstream. That's the cleanest way to take it.
It's not going through your lungs and like some filtration system. It's going straight into your blood.
Just use it in the same spot all the time. Either there or there.
I've injected there for the last 9 years in the one spot. And the reason I used to go there was I didn't have to let go of the steering wheel of the truck. I could put it away in the dark.
But I had an open conversation with my doctor about it and said, this is what I'm doing. And he basically said to me, okay, well then it's my responsibility to make sure you know how to do it properly.
I used to go to my dealer and he would shoot up first, and if he wasn't dead in half an hour, then I knew I was right.
You know, you've got to measure it out to the point, because if you go over, you'll have an overdose. You've got to make sure your water's right. You get sterile water, you're putting it in the needle, you're mixing it all up.
I know, it's my way of looking after myself was I didn't go first.
I've been using it now for 17 years. It's taken me to a lot of highs. It's also taken me to a lot of deadly lows.
The come down off, it's terrible.
It scatters you. It
Yeah,
scatters
the come
you.
down's fucked.
You only stay that high for a very short time, and you either keep up and keep doing it, or you face the downfall, which is not fun.
You try to outrun the come down. You didn't want to have the come down, so you'd just keep smoking ice.
When I was off it, I was depressed. I didn't see no future with myself. Just thought ice was just it.
You don't think you can survive without it once you get that hooked, I suppose you could say.
Question number 3. Describe your habit.
Does that mean, like, on a daily basis, how much did I take?
I was going to say, I'm not like one of those junkies, but I used to use probably once a month.
I met someone who I ended up doing it with on a weekend basis.
Maybe I'll do it Friday night and then continue through Saturday, Sunday. I'd come to work on Monday morning. I probably looked a little bit dodgy, but, you know, I was still able to do my job and still able to do it well.
Oh, I worked fly in, fly out work, mostly doing mine upgrades, construction. I'd fly in, I'd get a mate to meet me at the airport majority of the time. He'd have a pipe loaded and I'd just smoke it on the way home as soon as I landed. And then obviously when I started using intravenously, I'd be straight having a shot straight away before I even left the car park.
I thought I would be able to use on a Friday and then it would be done by Sunday and I'd get my sleep finally on Sunday night and then be okay on Monday. But you just don't perform the same. Like, you're not high, but you're not in an A-grade shape either.
And then you find yourself calling in sick on Friday, calling in sick on Monday, and then you find yourself going, hey, I don't need to work. That's what Centrelink's for.
And yeah, before I knew it, it was like replacing coffee, I suppose you could say. When you wake up in the morning, you'd have a pipe, and then you'd have a pipe through the day, and you'd have a pipe at dinner, and definitely a pipe before bed, and it was a bit of a joke. Like, it's just coffee for us.
My habit at the moment is a pension day habit. I'll get my pension and I'll go out and get ice and I'll go flying for a couple of days.
Spend all my money on drugs and have no food or anything. As soon as I get paid, I'd go out and use it. And then I'd have no money left.
And I don't rob people, I don't steal stuff to support my habit. If I haven't got the money for it, I go without. So I have a great couple of days at the beginning of the week. I live like a king. For the rest of the 2 weeks, I'm living like a pauper.
It's cheap in a way when you're first on it and you're like not hooked on it just yet. But once you get hooked on it, you go on and like you have to seek help. And
Yeah, it's like easily you can spend $100 on one sitting.
It's $80 a point, and a point is 1/10 of a gram. And we used to buy 2 points or sometimes 3 for a celebration.
I would use anywhere from 3 points to a gram in a week, depending on the week, the money, and if people were shouting me or not.
No, well, when I was driving trucks, I could afford it all the time. So I was spending $1,000 a week on it.
Majority of the time I'd spent most of my earnings.
Yeah, a couple of grand easy. Week.
I mean, like, if I was paying for it, it'd be a $700 a day that I would be using. It depended on what I could get my hands on. I was very, very smart. In fact, I never paid for it.
So I'd go on like these apps, and you can find it pretty easy on there.
There was actually a website that you could go on to find other drug users.
It's just got the little pictures of people in your location, and a lot of people who are either dealing it or smoking it, or they're having like a party or whatever, they'll like say so.
And if they'd invite me over, I'd be like, no, I'm an escort. This is the way it works. And there were different ways of doing it. You could do it on a payment basis and be like, you're going to give me $900 for the next 2 hours, or you're going to give me, 2 points of ice for sex, or, both. Just dependent on the person and based on what I was comfortable with.
It's you.
no, it was you. I just said that one.
No, I just said that one.
Oh, I like this one. Are all ice users junkie scum? Wow.
I'm sure that according to the rest of the population, I am one.
Don't know, it depends who you ask, I suppose.
I don't know. What's a junkie? Good question.
There are 2 sorts of users. There's junkies who will kick the gold out of their grandmother's teeth to go and hop for a shot, and as they're mixing up their shot, they'll drag their water for the shot out of the toilet, have a shot, and throw their uncapped bit into a children's playground and walk away smashed. That's a junkie. I'm a user and I've been a professional user for 27 years. I'm clean, I'm sterile, I never share anything, and everything that I use is kept with me until I can find a needle disposal place. That's a user.
Some people just use it to have fun and let loose.
I used to chill out on the stuff, you know. I'd fuck around a bit, but I was never violent. I was never over the top.
I know quite successful doctors and lawyers who have a shot every now and then.
You got sports stars and stuff like that are using it. Business people are using it.
Little old ladies.
Little old ladies,
men.
maybe. Just old men that are dealing it.
They're people, and the more labels you put on a person, the less human they become.
They just call me like, you're a drug fiend, you're an ice addict.
Dero abo, like junkie abo,
Crackhead, I've been called crack whore.
ice queen, that one. But for the record, like my attitude is pretty icy anyway, so.
And then I started to use them on myself because I was getting them so regularly. I was like, yeah, I am this. I must be this.
I probably was a junkie back in the day. I've done a lot of stupid things. Been to jail because of my habit.
Junkie is the worst thing to get called. A lot of them are only because they've done crimes to get their ice. Yeah, I've done crimes to get ice as well, but I've changed my ways. I'm currently on a community corrections order.
Look, good people do bad things, and this drug, well, a lot of drugs make you do desperate things to get the drug, or because of psychosis or other issues from the drug.
They don't understand that a lot of people that use ice have a background of physical, sexual and emotional abuse. There's a reason why these people are escaping what they are. There's a reason why they're doing it.
I don't know. I just think that they think that we're all bad people. Ice users. It's not true.
Next question.
What's it like having sex on ice?
Fuck, I hate that question.
Okay, I'll answer this one because it is pretty damn good.
Sorry, Mum. Yeah, it's euphoric.
Every single endorphin is electrified, and it's just out of this world amazing, and like your orgasms are just...
It's just like normal sex, but it's like 10 times better.
Everything is pumped up times 10.
Especially if you've been up for a long time, all your nerve endings are on fire.
Go for
you
hours.
turn into a...
Animal.
Yeah, you do.
When I decided for myself that I wanted to get off the ice, I probably think that was the one thing that my ego held on to, like, oh my God, what about the sex, you know?
It does give you the stamina to go for long periods of time.
Hours, days, truthfully.
But you can have it for ages and you don't orgasm.
Imagine almost being able to get there for 9 hours, but you still go hard for 9 hours, man.
So if you're having sex for, wow, that long, first of all, you can't keep an erection.
When you're on ice or you've just had a big shot, you're going to wank for the next 12 hours.
So if you're sitting there masturbating, you're trying to get yourself up, there's going to be lesions.
Friction burn.
I suppose it comes down to stronger urges when you're on it. So you sort of go above and beyond. You do a few things you probably normally wouldn't do.
Because you've got lowered inhibitions, you could probably get away with a bit more, like doing stupid shit in bed that you've always thought about, and you're like, oh, I could probably try this.
Don't knock anal until you've tried it. It's my theory to all women on the planet. My God, it's the best thing in the world. I used to pride myself on being better than the porn stars I watched, so, you know.
You kind of lose judgment as well on yourself, and you don't judge other people for what they look like.
Yeah, I'm probably not too proud with some of the nights I've spent with a couple of Sheilas. Sorry, girls, but yeah, you don't exactly aim high. Well... Being honest there.
In the situation that I was in, because I escorted for a large part of it, it was you do what they want.
They'll be knocking on my door fucking any time of the day or night. Oh, have you got any gear? I'll give you a blowjob for a fucking shot. I said, well, come in here, you're going to have to do more than that. Get in the shower. So, yeah.
Did your teeth fall out? Did your face get scabby? No and no.
Does it look like it?
We can look completely normal being on ice. The most complete normal person you see walking down those roads could be on ice.
If you look after yourself, you're fine, but I can see how people could neglect to look after themselves if they're too distracted, because it's easy to get distracted.
My teeth crumbled like chalk.
Yeah, my teeth are fucked from it. Grinding them and stuff like that when you're on the gear.
Because you forget to hydrate and you don't brush your teeth. Boom.
I just don't like to smile and stuff like that.
And none there.
That's horrible. I hate it.
One of the signs of when you're coming down on like you get paranoid
Yeah.
on ice is when you scratch a lot.
Bugs under your skin.
Bugs under your skin, spiders crawling up your arms and stuff like that.
I've got a mate who does nothing but constantly pick at his face, and he's got holes that deep, as big as that. Everywhere he can reach is a hole.
And I was constantly just scratching. Like it was getting deep where I was actually like leaving marks on myself that are permanent marks.
He got a steak knife once and started dragging the skin out. I said, when are you going to pull up, bro? You're going to die from massive infections. He said, no, I'm just trying to get this shit out of my arm, man. It's glass, it's glass.
When I started smoking, you don't eat a lot.
Shit, I was only just above 60 kilos for a while. I'm 80 kilos now, so that's a huge difference.
You know, I think was about 45 kilos.
You could see all my bones. It wasn't pretty. I've seen photos.
You look at the mirror and you're
Skin and
gaunt.
bone.
You're just gaunt.
You know, I was losing my hair, white as a ghost.
I gained weight. I was the unlucky one. I used to be really athletic and skinny and all that. And because of using ice and not eating, then when I'd start eating again, I would only eat really terrible food. And that was my downfall.
Ended up having a drug-induced epileptic fit and having heart murmurs from it, and ended up in a psych ward. I tried to kill myself and throw myself in front of a car. So it was very, very intense.
That's me, isn't it?
Yeah.
What have you stolen to pay for your habit?
I haven't stolen anything. I don't steal.
I didn't steal to pay for my habit.
Never stolen anything, ever, in my life. Never.
I made friends with the right people. So they shouted.
I hocked in a TV that my mum gave me or lent me, but look, you got to justify these things. I didn't go and spend that money directly on drugs. I just spent my money on drugs before it and needed other money, so.
I totaled about 65 electronic items. It's anything I could get my hands on, iPhones, Samsungs, you know, mini computers.
I steal meat packs from the shop, so I give them to my dealer because it's so expensive, mate.
The old meat runs.
The old meat runs out.
I just sold it to dealers, swapped it.
Yeah, if you get $200 worth of meat, you might only get a point for that, or a couple of points. But
Yeah.
beggars can't be choosers.
I'm not saying where I broke into, but I did break into a store with a lot of phones and iPads and all that.
Well, I wonder what store that is.
Sure.
Robbed the convenience store. It was with me and my mate. We did the swap, we just go terrorise.
I stole about $5.5 grand worth of technology, phones up my sleeves, down my pants, everywhere.
I got 10 lighters.
Really?
When you're on ice, I had a really bad judgment, so I didn't even think about wearing gloves, protecting my face and nothing. I got caught on CCTV camera like within the next week.
Yeah, we were pinged practically 10 minutes after because we decided to walk up and down James Street, terrorise the people straight after. That's stupid.
Yeah, I did get caught. I got put in jail for a while, and ever since then, just haven't done many crimes.
Does ice fry your brain? Thinking it might do, yeah.
Yeah, that's a pretty legit question. It does fry your brain.
Yes, it does. It gets fried hard.
It puts holes in your brain.
Yeah.
The longer you stay up, the more fried you become.
My memory's probably pretty screwed.
I forget to go to court, or I forget to go to parole, and I get locked up again on a parole violation. And I'm thinking, man, I'm doing the best I can,
There were moments where I forgot what happened for the last 2 weeks, and of course that's frying your brain.
but it did me good going to jail, because I don't use inside. I put on weight, I get my suntan back. Then when I come out, well, I got out on the 3rd of November, and within 3 hours I was on it again.
For me, it changes my thinking process. Makes everything revolve around like, the ice use. You spend all day trying to get it, then you get it, and then you spend all day trying to get it more. Like, it takes up all your time.
You're not eating, you're not sleeping, your mind zones off in different directions. You might focus on one thing for a long period of time.
You just heard a space cadet going, buck, 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 buck. You know, space cadet.
You transfix on stuff, hence people get really, really bad paranoia.
You do see things, you do hear things.
Just thought people were after me. It was nothing after me, it was just on my head. I got hit by a car, so I was running up Wellington Street with a bag over my head.
Oh, sorry, man.
That wasn't funny. I was going through paranoia for 3 days in hospital, thinking people were there that weren't there. It was bad.
Out of addiction now, I have PTSD from things that have happened. You know, things like being kidnapped, and I've been raped. I've been just horrible things that have happened to me through my addiction.
The worst thing I've done on ice is told my ex-partner that if she didn't stop yelling at me, I know that I'm 2 minutes walk from a gun and your parents only live 5 minutes walk down the road. Within 10 minutes of her leaving the house, there were 10 coppers on the door.
I find it really difficult to have relationships with people in the gay community because I was such a disgusting human, and I feel like I have to build trust with them again. I have to let them trust me.
I had a couple of jerry cans in the house. I lit my lighters and I said, listen boys, if you're not off the property, it's going up in 30 seconds. That was an 8-hour siege. They had a command and control centre at the end of the street. They locked off half the suburb. They locked up poor schools. I took on the TRG and 3 dogs from the dog squad, unarmed, on ice and drunk. I still got the holes in my legs to prove the dogs.
You don't get out of it scot-free, you really don't.
I know people who've got permanent damage from drug abuse. They're just not who they were before. They
don't come back.
They were intelligent, bright, not necessarily academics in every case, but they had talents and gifts, and after that they're just zombies.
It fried my ability to write rhymes down and stuff like that. I used to write raps every day. I've only been able to write 16 raps by the time of 12 months.
Yeah, I was a mad sportsman, so instead of going to play sports on the weekend, I'll go to my mates and get on the drugs.
It bothers me a lot that I can't do what I used to do.
I'll just look at where I could have been. Could have been playing on TV.
What have you lost?
I lost everything.
I lost my life, really. I had a life, I was set up, I was doing things really, really well, and I lost it all.
The drugs take away the connections and the relationships you have. So now I connect more easily with drugs than I do with people.
I missed my sister's and her husband's wedding just in a drug haze.
It takes you away. I was a perfect kid. I was fit. I was running, doing bike riding. I was babysitting. I was working 5 days a week at the hospital, 2 days at the pub. So I was working 7 days a week. I was a workaholic, and then within 2 months I lost it all.
Yeah, I lost work, lost jobs. Just walked out on jobs.
Yeah, done that before.
Just fucking get on the drugs instead.
I had a fairly decent savings account too at the beginning of starting this habit, which is 100% got wiped out.
When I first started using, I was living in Melbourne and I was renting a beautiful apartment in Prahran and couldn't afford to pay for that anymore because I wasn't working, so I got kicked out of there.
6 years ago I had 2 houses and I was paying the mortgages on both of them. They took it all away.
That's pretty difficult when you find yourself waking up under a bridge going, what the fuck am I doing?
I've been homeless now on and off for 4 years, and I've been in and out of jail for nearly 2 years out of that 4 years.
I suppose during the time I was on it, I lost my family.
My whole family, mum, dad, brother and sister.
I suppose when I say I lost them, I pushed them away.
I isolated my family. They try to help me, but if someone's trying to help you, push against them, you know?
Drugs come first.
I haven't spoken to them since 1999. None of my family. Everybody just, boom, you're a junkie piece of shit. You're gone.
I got 2 boys. I got a 14-year-old and an 8-year-old. I haven't spoken to my oldest boy, but my youngest boy, he just thinks his dad's sick.
My grandmother used to live next door to my mother's place, and when I came out of jail, I stayed at Nana's place. Mum used to come in and out, and I'd be sitting on the back step having a smoke, and she'd walk right past me like I was invisible. And they're the worst feelings that anybody can ever have.
So while I was using, my dad must have gotten some sort of depression, and just after I'd quit using, he took his life, and I found him. And in the letter he wrote, he cited that he thought I was a stereotypical kind of junkie, and what I lost is the chance to tell him the truth and how it really was, because he died thinking that's who I was, and it's not in my control, and I have to make peace with that, otherwise I'll go crazy.
Last question too. Sad. I wanted this thing to keep going.
Brum. Would you take it again? No.
Not on your life. No way.
No.
F no.
No way.
No way.
No fucking way.
No way.
No way.
No. I don't think there's a better answer than that. No.
Yes, I would. Of course I would.
Probably, maybe, if I felt like it.
If I got the opportunity this afternoon and someone shared me a shot, it'd be straight up my arm.
You get like cravings. Like sometimes I'll light a cigarette or something like that, and something in it will smell faintly like what ice smells like when you're smoking it.
Oh, I don't even have to smell it. If one person's name flicks up on my phone and I associate them to ice, or I'm walking my dog and I see a baggie, it's like instantly you sort of get that, huh? And then it's like, nah.
We're in a recovery program, and even when we do groups and we have to discuss the ins and outs of certain drugs, your heart will start going and
it's
you'll
like a
start
trigger.
getting fidgety.
It's like a trigger.
This week, I'll be an addict in recovery, in rehab, and I can only do that 10 minutes at a time or a day at a time, whatever, because I know that relapse is a part of recovery as well.
I was doing really well until, something come up. It was grief. And then, straight to my dealers from there.
You've been through grief this time and you handled it well.
And I've been through grief this time. Yeah, exactly. My cousin committed suicide, and before I would have fucked off and got on. Yeah, so a lot stronger this time.
You will fall off the wagon and you'll get back on. You think you're okay, you'll fall off the wagon, and it's just a continual cycle until you die or until you lose everything.
The last time I used was yesterday morning, and I'm still going now. Yeah.
We're all different. Some people can't break the addiction, but us you have, and that's the way it's going to go.
It just comes a time where you've got to find out what's important to you, and what sort of life you want for the rest of your life and how long you want it to be.
I am doing really, really well at work. I'm successful. I'm building a life again that I should have been building at 18, 19 years old.
I'm back on the right path. I'm at school. I've got a job with Uniting Care now, so I'm doing quite well.
I'm doing my Bachelor in Criminology and Psychology.
I just finished year 11 and I'm studying year 12 next year and a bachelor's degree of social science.
And I hope to do community services work around addiction.
I want to have a family. I still want to have kids. I want to have a wife. I want to travel. I've got passions. I've got things I want to pursue. So it's not going to happen while you're on the junk.
I'm going to try and stay clean for a while, because I've got too much to pass on. There's a reason why I lived through what I have and survived it. There's a reason for that.
Cool, we done?
That is everything.
Yay.
Well done. You did a very, very good job.
Yeah,
Good
man.
talkers.
I like to talk.
Just see me after a half-gram shot. It's like talking to a machine gun.
Oh my God. That was great.
Oh, that was harder than I thought.
What have you lost question. That was like a knife right through me.
I suppose it's reconfirming for myself that I'm doing okay. Like, it's all good. We're getting there.
We've gone down and done
Because we've
talks.
been through it, we know what it's like, and then we can teach the kids.
That's another positive you take out of it.
Beauty.